Hi. Since we've talked about importing not only types, but also actual backend code into the front end, there's a real risk that one day either we or someone from our team will import something wrong from the backend or from the wrong place. And we may end up with large files in the front end, or worse, some confidential files might end up being accessible to everyone. To prevent this, I suggest adding a rule in our front-end ESLint to prohibit importing anything from the backend other than input files. Let's now check if we do have some risk. For example, from here we export const x equals 1, and here we import it. So, just console.log x1, 2, 3. All right, we've been allowed. Technically, it seems possible to do so. Let's see if it works for us. Oh, here. Okay. Well, all right. Here it's already taken care of with TRPC, but nevertheless, something weird indeed happened. Let's make it impossible to do so, just technically. From another file they could import and it would run. But TRPC also knows about these dangers and cares about us. Nevertheless, we need to press on it. Let's make it impossible on the code, editor, and ESLint check level. But this should be possible. So importing input is allowed. Let's add the following rule here. TypeScript ESLint has a feature to ban certain imports. And actually, it's not very obvious how it's done. I even had to ask them questions on GitHub for help on specifying these paths. So, basically, what does it say here? That we forbid importing everything from the backend folder into folders at any level. Nevertheless, such an exclamation. You can still import something from folders at any level. So, basically, yes, literally from folders at any level. And then allow, and with this combination of these rules, we will only be allowed to import input, and nothing else is allowed. It looks absolutely terrible, almost impossible to understand, but it works. Let's take a practical look at how this rule happened with us. And at the same time, we allow importing types from anywhere. The main thing is not to import the actual code from here. Let's look at our index.tx. And so, our messages about only being able to import types and nothing else. This message we wrote for ourselves. Good. Everything. We remove this import, but this import is allowed. Great. So we have protected ourselves and can safely import into the backend what is allowed and not what isn't. All right. Thank you all. Let's move on.